Nirvishesha Sunyavani, Hastata Desatarini, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Sadar Pranam.
Yes. Yeah, you can start. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna everyone. Chapter 89.
So that sufficiently the mineral.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna everyone. Chapter 89, the super excellence power of Krishna. 31st paragraph, continuation. Seated on his chariot with Arjuna, Krishna proceeded north, crossing over many planetary systems. These are described in Srimad Bhagavatam as Saptadvipa. Dvipa means island. These planets are sometimes described in the Vedic literature as Dvipas. The planet on which we are living is called Jambudvipa. Outer space is taken as a great ocean of air, and within that great ocean of air, there are many islands which are the different planets. On each and every planet, there are oceans also. On some of the planets, the oceans are of salt water, and on some of them, they are ocean of milk. On others, there are ocean of liquor, and on others, there are ocean of ghee or oil. There are different kinds of mountains also. Each and every planet has a different type of atmosphere. Krishna passed over all these planets and reached the covering of the universe. This covering is described in Srimad Bhagavatam as great darkness, the material world, as a whole is described as a dark. In the open space, there is sunlight and therefore it is illuminated. But in the covering, because of the absence of sunlight, it is naturally dark. When Krishna approached the covering layer of this universe, the four horses which were drawing his chariot, Saiba, Sugriva, Meghapushpa, and Balahaka, all hesitated to enter the darkness. This hesitation is also a part of the pastimes of Lord Krishna because the horses of Krishna are not ordinary. It is not possible for ordinary horses to go all over the universe and then enter into its outer covering layers. As Krishna is transcendental, his chariot and his horses and everything else about him are also transcendental, beyond the qualities of this material world. We should always remember that Krishna was playing the part of an ordinary human being, and his horses, also by the will of Krishna, played the parts of ordinary horses in the hesitating to enter the darkness. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So basically, sorry, just 1 second. Can you just take me to the previous para, if that's okay for a moment?
Okay, Mataji.
Yes, thank you so much.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes. So Krishna passed what? There are lots of planets, right? So Krishna, there are a lot of people. They're given in the sun planet. There is not only sun, but people can survive depending on the body. Just like how fishes can survive in water and we can't. Like that sun planet, people have bodies which can actually manage there, which is why there is a king called the Surya Dev. So Surya Dev is also a person, right? He can manage there. So Krishna actually, so he's actually going with his four horses. What is the color of Krishna's horse?
Bluish color or like dark white color means what we call like chitta white.
Okay, proper white, right? So white color. And
Mataji.
so basically, he is taking his chariot, and these are the names of the horses, right? So why Krishna has, I told you all yesterday, dog, cat, horse, everything has a name, just that we don't know. So that is the part of it, and Krishna is not ordinary, so he is entering with his horse all the layers. Otherwise, we'll be thinking, how is it possible for him to go? Because obviously, it's Krishna, right? It's not us. So this is the speciality of Krishna. Just Achinta Beda Abeda philosophy, which means we won't be able to understand from our limited knowledge, but Krishna is supreme. Hare Krishna. Yeah, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Any Mataji read? Uhu Mataji, Revati Mataji, Lakshmi Prasad Mataji. Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Prasad Mataji. Are you there? Okay. Krishna is known as Yogeshwara, as stated in the last portion of the Bhagavad Gita. Yogeshwaro Hariha. All mystic powers are under his control. In our experience, we can see many human beings who have yogic mystic power and who sometimes perform very wonderful acts. But Krishna is understood to be the master of all mystic power. Therefore, when he saw that his horses were hesitant to proceed into the darkness, he immediately released his disc known as the Sudarshan Chakra, which illuminated the sky 1,000 times brighter than sunlight. The darkness of the covering of the universe is also a creation of Krishna's, and the Sudarshan Chakra is Krishna's constant companion. Thus, he pretended the darkness by keeping the Sudarshan Chakra before him. Srimad Bhagavatam states that the Sudarshan Chakra penetrated the darkness just as an arrow released from the Saranga bow of Lord Ramchandra penetrated the army of Ravana. So means very nice, and darshan means observation. By the grace of Lord Krishna's disc Sudarshan, everything can be seen very nicely and nothing can remain in darkness. Thus, Lord Krishna and Arjuna crossed over the great region of darkness covering the material universe. Can any Matajis want to read Hare Krishna? Okay. Arjuna then saw the effulgence of light known as the Brahma Jyotir. The Brahma Jyotir is situated outside the covering of the material universe, and because it cannot be seen with the present eyes, this Brahma Jyotir is sometimes called Avyakta. This spiritual effulgence is the ultimate destination of the impersonalists known as Vedantists. The Brahma Jyotir is also described as Ananta Param, unlimited and unfathomed. When Lord Krishna and Arjuna reached this region of the Brahma Jyotir, Arjuna could not tolerate the glaring effulgence and he closed his eyes. Lord Krishna's and Arjuna's reaching the Brahma Jyotir region is described in the Hari Vamsha. In that portion of the Vedic literature, Krishna informs Arjuna, my dear Arjuna, the glaring effulgence, the transcendental light you are seeing is my bodily rays. O chief of the descendants of Bharata, this Brahma Jyoti is I myself, as the sun disk and the shine cannot be separated. Krishna and his bodily rays, the Brahma Jyoti, cannot be separated. Thus, Krishna claims that the Brahma Jyoti is he himself. This is clearly stated in the Hari Vamsha. When Krishna says Aham Sa, the Brahma Jyotir is a combination of the minute particles known as spiritual sparks or the living entities known as Chitana. The Vedic words Soham or I am The Brahma Jyotir can also be applied to the living entities who can also claim to belong to the Brahma Jyotir in the Hari Vamsha. Krishna further explains this Brahma Jyotir is an expansion of my spiritual energy. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So very clearly, Krishna's Brahma Jyoti and Krishna are not different. They are same, but it's the first level of realization. Hare Krishna. Somebody continue.
Lakshmi Prasad Mataji wants to read. Ku Mataji wants to read. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna told Arjuna, the Brahma Yoti is beyond the region of my external energy, known as Maya Shakti. When one is situated within the material world, it is not possible to expressions. These Brahma, if you
Experience. Mataji.
experience the Brahman effulgence. In other words, in the material world, this effulgence is not manifested, whereas in the spiritual world, in it is manifested. That is the part of the words with
Vyakta Avyakta.
Data Aktya in the Hari Vamsi in the Bhagavad Gita. It is said Avakta Bhaktya Santa Sananta. Both these energies are internal manifest. After this, the Lord Krishna and Arjuna entered a vast spiritual water. This spiritual water is called the Karana ocean, which means that this ocean is the origin of the creation of the material world. This place is also known as Viraja because it is free from the influence of the three qualities of the material world. In the Mayavadi with Tatra, a Vedic literature, there is a vivid description of the Krishna Karana Ocean or Viraja. It is started that it is started that there that the highest planetary system within the material world are Satya Loka or Brahma Loka, beyond which are Rudra Loka and Vaikunta.
Mahavishnu Loka Mataji.
Maha Vishnu Loka. Regarding this Mahavishnu Loka, it is started in the Brahma Samhita. Yat ya Karanaya Jala Vajanti Sama Yoga Nadina Ananda Jagat Ananda Sa Roma Kipha. Lord Vishnu is lying in the Karna Osana when he exhale revolve universe come into extents, and when he inhales innumerable universe enter within him. In this way, the material creation is generated and again withdrawn. When Lord Krishna and Arjuna entered the water, it appeared that there was a strong can of transcendental effulgence blowing, and the water of the Karna Ocean was greatly agitated by the grace of Lord Krishna. Arjuna had the unequal expressions of being able to see the very beautiful Karna ocean. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Now we are talking about how it appears. So Karna Ocean is where Krishna, that is, there are a lot of expansions. We said that Krishna's first expands into Balram, and from Balram there are 4 expansions, which is Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna. This Sankarshana is called Mula Sankarshana, from whom Narayana is coming. We are getting into Vaikuntha now. And there, again, Narayana expands into Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna. Same names, thankfully. Now, this Sankarshana is called Mahasankarshana, from who comes out into the Brahma and effulgence and the Karana, which is called the casual ocean, and is called the Karna Dakasai Vishnu. And from there, we have next level called the multiple universes are formed. And inside each universe, Garbhodakasai Vishnu goes in and lies in, waterbed, and from his navel comes Brahma. Our Brahma has 4 heads, but there are various Brahmas having multiple heads, and that's the story behind. Hare Krishna. Yeah, go ahead. I
Hare
think it's
Krishna,
Pranaka.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Only one para we can do, Mataji.
Yeah, go ahead. No problem.
Accompanied by Krishna, Arjuna saw a large palace within the water. There were many thousands of pillars and columns made of valuable jewels, and the glaring effulgence of those columns was so beautiful that Arjuna was charmed by it. Within that palace, Arjuna and Krishna saw the gigantic form of Anantadeva, who is also known as Shesha. Lord Anantadeva or Sheshnag was in the form of a great serpent with thousands of hoods, each one decorated with valuable effulgent jewels, beautifully dazzling. Each of Dev's hood had 2 eyes which appeared very tearful. His body was as white as a mountain top of Kailasha, which is always covered with snow. His necks were bluish, as were his tongues. Thus Arjuna saw the Sheshnag form, and he also saw that on the very soft white body of Sheshnag, Lord Mahavishnu was lying very comfortably. He appeared all pervading and very powerful, and Arjuna could understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead in that form is known as Purushottama. He is known as Purushottama, the Supreme or the best personality of Godhead, because from this form emanates within the material world another form of Vishnu, known as Garbhodakaya the Kashai Vishnu, the Mahavishnu form of the Lord, is also called as Purushottama. Purusha Uttama, because he is beyond the material world. Tama means darkness and Ut means above transcendental. Therefore, Uttama means above the darkest region of the material world. Arjuna saw that the bodily color of Purushottama Mahavishnu was as dark as a new cloud in the rainy season. He was dressed in very nice yellow clothing. His face was beautifully smiling, and his eyes, which were like lotus petals, were very attractive. Lord Mahavishnu's helmet was bedecked with valuable jewels, and his beautiful earrings enhanced the beauty of the curly hair on his head. Lord Mahavishnu had 8 arms, all very long, reaching to his knees. His neck was decorated with the Kaustuba jewel, and his chest was marked with the symbol of Srivatsa, which means the resting place of the goddess of fortune. The Lord wore a garland of the lotus flower down to his knees. This long garland is known as Vaijanti garland. Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare
thank
Krishna.
you.
So this is a beautiful decoration of Mahavishnu and Krishna. So this is what Sukadev Goswami, when he's 16-year-old, he will run away. But because he doesn't want to stay there, he will think that the mind will get corrupted. So that time, father is Vyasa, and they will want him to come back. So they will sing two songs. Of that, one is this one, exactly description. It goes like this: Barra Pitam Natavara Bapu Karnayo Karnikaram Vibrad Vasat Kanika Kapilam Vaijayantim Chamalam Randran Venu Radhara Sutayo Turayan Gopa Brandir Vrindavanyam Swapadakamanam Avisha Kirti Kirtibihi, which means Pradra his hair is the floor for, the peacock feather, right? Whatever they've explained here. Natavara, Vapu, Karnayo Kannikaram, Vibrat Vasat. So Veena is in his lip, right? Such a beautiful lip is touching the Veena. And he's wearing, Pitambara, that is the yellowish, golden yellowish dress. And he is wearing Vaijayantim Malam, that is the lotus flower mala, is called Vaijayanti Mala. And Kasturba jewel is the one which is there. It's like a jewel in his heart. And Srivatsa is a hair, like a silver hair, where Lakshmi resides. So that is the description of Vishnu, and he is in that Shyama Sundara color, right? That the bluish, dark blue cloud shade, right? So that's his.
Yes, Mataji, correct.
He is lying down. So that is the beauty of the entire explanation. So that is what is explained here. So with that, we will stop, and thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhisha kripa sindhubhya evacha patithanan pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta koti vaishnavi jai Srila Prabhupada jai
Jai,
Namacharya Hare
Jai.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.